In this video, we'll be finding the derivatives of inverse trig functions, specifically arctangent and arccosecant. Let's do the arctangent x first. We'll let y equal arctan x. Then if we take the tangent of both sides, we can simplify this. I'll copy the left side, and the tangent of the arctangent x is just x. Now if we differentiate both sides, the derivative of tangent y is secant squared y dy, and the derivative of x is 1 dx. So we have dy dx is equal to 1 divided by the secant squared y. So now I need a reference triangle to work out the expression for secant squared y. We're told here that y is the angle whose tangent is x. So my y I'll put here, and then my tangent is x, means that the opposite is x and the adjacent is 1. In order to get secant squared y, I need to find the hypotenuse, and we know that that's going to be the square root of 1 squared plus x squared. So my secant squared y, secant is reciprocal of cosine, so the cosine is 1 over this radical, so my secant will be this square root over 1. So this is 1 plus x squared, quantity squared. And then we know that squaring a square root, inverse operations, so I have secant squared y is equal to just 1 plus x squared. So that gives us dy dx is equal to 1 over 1 plus x squared. If we write this as a rule, then our derivative with respect to x of arctan x is equal to 1 over 1 plus x squared. Now let's do the derivative of arccosecant. Again, we're going to let y equal arccosecant x. And then if we take the cosecant of both sides, on the left we have cosecant y, equals, and x on the right side. The derivative of cosecant y is a negative cosecant y cotangent y dy, and the derivative of x is 1 dx. So dy dx is equal to 1 divided by a negative cosecant y cotangent y. Now let's do our reference triangle. Y is the angle whose cosecant is x, so I'll put my angle here, call that y. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so my opposite here is going to be 1, and my hypotenuse is x. And one thing I might want to point out that this needs to be a positive number, so we're going to be putting an absolute value around that x. So to get our expression for this denominator, I'm going to have to find this side here. So it's going to be the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus 1 squared. So dy dx is equal to negative 1 over, I'm going to put my square root of x squared minus 1. So if we write this then as the rule, the derivative with respect to x of arc cosecant x is equal to a negative 1 over the absolute value of x times the square root of x squared minus 1.